good, everybody? Sway here, and today I am reviewing the wireless MM710 by CryoMods, and why it's worth the money, because this mouse is truly spectacular, and I think Cryo is way underrated. I found him on Twitter. He's a mouse modder, super chill dude, so I guess we'll just go into it. First and foremost, I guess I'll compare it to the original, and I'll speak on the clicks first. The wireless by Cryo has KLGM 4.0s, and he fixed the pre and post travel, which is pretty amazing because that's one of the things I dislike the most about the MM710 when I mained it, because I played on the original for a long time with the stock paracord, believe it or not. And it was my first small shape when I started to like claw more aggressively, and now that I fingertip, I just love all small shapes. But I still love the mouse stock. It's still decent. I think the cable's really trash, and I have what are these? I think these ones are Tiger Arc 2s. But I still think it's great, but man, this just takes it to a whole new level. So let's hear the GM 4.0s, and I'll compare it to the original. I'm just going to do left and right click on both. See how crisp? Now listen to how muted and dampened these are on the original. It's just, it feels exactly the way it sounds. The wireless is just miles better. And let me show you the pre and post travel on the original, because it's pretty atrocious. It's one of the things I dislike the most. Here. You see how far it dips, even when I'm like far back? Like that shit dips down. Like it bottoms out like really easily. Like you don't even have to put that much force. Tilt it a bit. Like it just bottoms out. Now look at the wireless. Even with a lot of force, it won't bottom out. Nope, there's like no pre. I'm putting a lot of force down, and there's not much play left and right either. They like hardly move. I don't think the original has too much of a problem with that. There's like a tiny bit, but it's not bad at all. And I don't know, what else can I go into now? The scroll wheel, it's a G305 internals. I don't like the scroll wheel, but I wouldn't say it's that much worse than the original MM710 scroll wheel. I didn't like it much to begin with, so I didn't feel too much of a hit when going to this wireless one. The weight balance, I think there was no issue really, because all that was 3D printed was the base. The base is the only 3D printed part. The weight balance is pretty identical. And sensor position. I know some people think like sensor position is like pseudoscience, but I generally like it to be like closer to my fingertips, because if you think about the way that you move a mouse, like even if you're just playing with your wrist, like I just think it makes more sense for it to be closer to your fingers. But again, that's just feeling. Maybe it is pseudoscience, but a lot of people will be happy to see that. It's hard to like make it look completely even, but believe me, the sensor position is a bit higher on the wireless, so it is closer to the top. Here, that looks as straight as I can get it. It is like the tiniest bit higher up. And man, you can't even tell any part of this mouse is 3D printed. The base is really solid. I don't want to break my copy, but like even with a good amount of force, there's no creaking. You don't want to do like 4 fingers, like it's good. Oh, I honestly like. Oh, what the fuck? That's not. That's on the original. When I press by the sensor. Let's do that same force on the modded. Fucking nothing. This 3D printed version, I didn't even know that, is more sturdy than the original. So boom, there you have it. Sturdiness, it's better. That's crazy. Another thing I really like about this mouse is that the 3D printed base is flat. So you can put, like, you're not really limited to what type of mice feet you want to put on it. And I was using like a Zowie ZA ZA13, is it? I don't know, whatever it is. I was using those mouse feet on this, and now I'm using Razer Viper Ultimate core pads, and I like these ones more. Yeah, I told him not to send it with any mice feet because I had some extra core pads lying around. So I mean, the glide it's all on me. I don't know what type of mouse feet he was gonna send with it, but pretty great, pretty wonderful. I love it. I love it, love it. And you recharge it right down here, and that's not annoying for me because I never play while I'm charging. And I think he charged like a few bucks extra for the rechargeable mod because originally I think a lot of modders are doing like you do the watch batteries or whatever, but I just wanted rechargeable. It's just easier for me. It's easier to manage in my opinion. Now that the Model O wireless has come out, where is it? If you look at the Model O wireless, like the PCB, you can tell how small it is. Like you can see it right up there. It's like really small. There's a lot of room, so easily I could see mouse modders switching to the Model O wireless PCB and making things a bit more premium because G305 internals are kind of meh. I also don't like dealing with G-Hub, but it's whatever. I never open it, honestly. Yeah, and everything about this mice is fucking stellar. If you like the Model O, or if you like the MM710, you're going to love this mouse because it's just the MM710, but a million times better. Literally everything about it is better. I don't think there's any downside to this other than it being $150, which I think is completely worth it and completely justified because Cryo does amazing work. I would have paid more for this. I mean, I paid what $240 for my Piranha mouse, and that was worth it. And I think the value on this is even higher, just because it's that much cheaper. But it's to be expected since there's only like one 3D printed layer. But I still think this is worth it. And I made this mouse up until I got the Hot ES because I wanted to review it and test it. Now that I'm making videos and I feel like I'm enjoying like talking about mice to y'all, like I thought I might as well get like a good fingertip mouse now that I play fingertip, and I just fell in love instantly with the Hot ES. And something you should know about me is that I really hate cables. Even like I can only manage like aftermarket paracords, which is why I got a nice Dream Cables cable on the Hot ES. But even then, like I just love wireless. If CryoMods like made a wireless base for the Hot ES, I would buy it even if it was like $300. I'm not even kidding. Not even kidding. But I manned this for a good long time. It did me well, and I'm so happy about it. It honestly, I said it with my Piranha Mouse Mods video, but playing lightweight wireless is so freeing. I really, really like it, and I know some people. Well, I know the paracords are so good nowadays that you can't feel it in most instances. But like, if I'm doing like something really, if I'm doing like a crazy type of tracking thing where like I end up like flicking one way and I have to keep tracking, and if I go down here, like I just don't have space because of my keyboard, and it's just awkward. And there's some things that you just can't compare with wireless, and wireless is just so good, and that's why this mouse is amazing. It takes everything the MM710 does it better, and it's also wireless. And his customer service is phenomenal. He's so cool. We just talked on Twitter a lot. I gave him a lot of feedback. He was talking to me. He just responds pretty well all the time. And I felt very involved in the creation of the mouse because he gave me he let me know, like he asked me what type of switches I wanted and this and that. Do you want it rechargeable? I felt very taken care of. And I feel like that helped me even more when I was like thinking about the price point, and I just didn't care because I knew I honestly, just from talking to him, knew how much love he put into his product. And once I got it sent to me, that was proven within like the first 10 minutes of playing. Now, I mean, if like even the price point, I got this 150 USD. Like I would buy this. Well, I haven't tried the what is it? The Logitech G Pro Superlight. I don't know what the full name is. I haven't tried that obviously, but in the past, this was way more worth than a normal G Pro wireless. Even though it's now $30 more, way more worth. Also, in my opinion, way more worth than the Razer Viper Ultimate. And I know it's more of a shape thing, but even shape aside, like, oh man, the way the clicks feel is just the normal Razer Viper Ultimate, they're just so damp, and There's just something really special about this mouse. So even if you don't like the MM710 shape, I guess this will more or less be a review of CryoMods as a whole. That's what I'm turning it into. He's like 10 out of 10. Amazing guy. Amazing product. I will shill it forever. And I know he does like complete 3D prints. I think Boardsy made a video on one of his complete 3D mice. Those look super interesting, and I'm sure they're just as good because this is wow. I wish more modders would do this, like just 3D print faceplates and make wireless versions of mice and like let you customize them a bit, because it was really an easy process, and he sent it out and made it super fast. So yeah, if you're getting a higher tier, like you have a higher budget, like you should really consider going with someone like this, especially if you know the shapes you like already, because I mean, buying expensive mice is really a gamble if you don't know about the shape. That's why, like, when I bought the Model O, I knew I was just gambling, and I was like 80% sure I wouldn't like the shape, and I didn't like the shape, but it's still a good mouse. But this, I love the shape, and I know it's a good mouse because it's amazing and I perform really well on it. 10 out of 10. I'm not even kidding. This mouse is wonderful, amazing. I love it. CryoMods is dope. Let me pull up, what's his Twitter? It's just at CryoMods, right? I want to be sure before I give him a shout out and say goodbye to y'all. Yep, it's just at CryoMods on Twitter. I'll link it down below. Wonderful. I'm super happy. And if any of you guys buy one, I'm 100% convinced you'll be happy too. So that's it from me. I'm going to keep playing on my Hot ES, and I'm going to keep playing on the Hayate Otsu Extra Soft, because I will be making videos about that. The Extra Soft video, the Hayate Otsu, will take quite a bit longer because I want to really judge its durability. But man, I can already tell you when I make a review about the Hot ES, oh, what a dream the shape is for fingertip. It's so good. I haven't been able to experience the Ultralight 2 because fuck Final Mouse. I hate their business practice, and I'm not going to buy a super fucking marked up one. But this is really wonderful for fingertip, and I'm excited to play on it more so I can give you guys a good review. But that's it from me. Appreciate you guys a lot. It's been nice to see the support on the videos, and hope everyone has a really nice day. Peace.